So I didn't even mention it in the last episode, but the 2024 Paris Olympics started last Friday. And you know what? The lead up to these 2024 games really made it seem like everything is finally back to normal in the world after COVID took away so much from so many people. And then the opening ceremony started. The Olympics has a coliseum, but I also call them how I see them. That shit was super gay. Not in a hateful way. I am simply stating facts. We obviously have to go over all of that. The Pirates week heading into the trade deadline and what they did/didn't do. QB money is getting out of hand. And we have some decent reports from Patriots training camp. Number 113 of Hoagies and Pierogis. Let's go.
Live from Central Pennsylvania with your host Ian DiCarlo, this is Hoagies and Pierogis.
The ski stash! The ski stash!
Welcome to the Big Ten.
Beezer's going drink, man. Let's go!
You know what? Let's go over the Pirates week last week first. Skeens took his first MLB loss last week. His first one, they lost the game 2-1. He pitched into the ninth inning, and Yasmani fucking Grandal couldn't catch a foul tip that would have been his ninth strikeout and probably would have gotten him out of the inning eventually without any run scoring.
He gets that down below the zone. Oh, Yasmani just...
I mean, he pitched into the ninth inning. He still had a quality start. This is why you need to add. Immediately I tweeted, this is why you have to add. The Pirates are 47-31 this year when scoring 2+ runs. For a little bit of perspective, the Pirates have scored 1 or less runs in 23% of games played this year. Brewers 1 or less runs in 13% of their games. Cardinals 1 or less runs in 15% of their games. Cubs 17%. Reds 19%. Mets 16%. Padres 19%. Diamondbacks 17%. None of those other teams that are vying for a wild card spot, the Padres, the Diamondbacks, the Cardinals, the Brewers, no one else is above 20%. And I was kind of wondering that. I was like, well, yeah, it happens to the Pirates, but does it really happen to the Pirates more often than it does to other teams? Proven correct right there. But they came back. They had a bounce back start. I did add this in the podcast last week. Would you look at that? Martin Perez actually had a decent start. His 6 innings pitched. They won that game 5-0. And then they were going into the weekend. They were riding on a high, sitting at 52-50. Furthest over 500 that they've tied for the furthest over 500 that they've been since they started 5-0. And they go and lose the first 2 games of the series to the Diamondbacks. They lost the first game 4-3. Lost the second game 9-5. And then they ended up winning the last game 6-5 in 10 innings. But this series was drunk as fuck. And it was just back and forth the entire time. The entire weekend. It was maddening that they were just sitting on their hands this entire weekend doing nothing. But we'll get into the trade deadline, I guess. It did help them last night when they beat the Astros 5-3 off of a Michael A. Taylor clutch home run in the top of the 8th inning, I think. I think that happened in the top of the 8th. Skeens did make his second start in the past week. His slider was on, and for the first time ever, he did not have 7+ strikeouts. He only had 6. 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. Ooh, you love to see it. You love to see it. But holy shit, Skeens already got to 100 strikeouts in only 13 starts. Please, 8 years, $250 million to him this offseason. Go ahead, do it, please. So they're still sticking around there at 54 and 52, but it would be really nice to be 56 and 50. They should not have lost that first game against the Diamondbacks. And that second game was just bad. Again, I really didn't write anything down on the fucking Pirates this week. I don't know. All of my spare time is being sucked up by college football. Going into the trade deadline today, Tuesday, they were 3-3 over their past week. Not where they wanted to be. I know that's not where they wanted to be. They wanted to be at least 4-2 at the very least. At least they should be 55-51 right now. Okay, let's cover the smaller things that happened during the week. The Rockies pitcher saying, "You jacked off in a fucking parking lot." Therese McGuire got a full-ass fight going.
Got twice today.
Yeah, because at first he wasn't looking at him and got excited, and then his attention shifted to Reese, and Reese immediately said, "You're not talking to me, are you?"
I really want to know what got him so mad at Reese McGuire for him to say that. And actually, Reese McGuire was just let go by the Red Sox, so hopefully he's not found jacking off in a parking lot again. And then we have another no-hitter this week. Dylan Cease with the no-hitter against Washington. This happened last Thursday on 114 pitches. Maybe Skeens should have stayed in the game at 99 pitches when he no-hit the Brewers for 7 innings. Looking back on that, if he would have stayed in and got the no-hitter, that would have been pretty fucking awesome. And now people are posting like, "Oh, Tim Lincecum threw 120-some pitches in a game." Yeah, and look at where he ended up. His arm blew up on him completely. That should not be an argument at all. Okay, first big trade of the week that got everything kind of moving was Randy Arozarena to the Mariners. The Rays got the Mariners number 12 and number 22 prospects, according to MLB Pipeline, with a player to be named later, which is probably going to be that switch pitcher, Durangelo Sinte, or whatever, however the fuck you pronounce his last name, because you can't officially announce draft people that were just drafted in trades until after the World Series. So this Randy Arozarena trade gave me great hope that a deal for Jazz Chisholm could get done pretty quick. But it was not meant to be. The Yankees got their fucking hands on him. They got their fucking hands on him. God damn it. The Marlins got catcher Augusto Ramirez, infielder Jared Cerna, and infielder outfielder Abraham Ramirez. Now, I know that these are all bats, and the Pirates had a plethora of pitching options to get rid of. So maybe the Marlins were just looking for bats. But you have to imagine that Henry Davis was in that deal, and one of Braxton Ashcraft or I don't even know, Solomito or someone was in there. Maybe someone like Michael Burrows, maybe he was in there. But I guess the Marlins really don't need that much pitching depth. But immediately I said, fuck. And the North Shore 9 tweeted this. One of the things to always keep in mind this time of year, as your team is trying to get better, so are the rest. You need more than just a net zero at the end of the day to make ground. And that's what a lot of people don't fucking get. It doesn't make any sense. Like, here, perfect example, the Phillies and the Angels made a trade that sent George Klassen, that one of their top pitching prospects, and Samuel Aldegari to the Angels. I don't know who that is. For Carlos Estevez, a great bullpen arm, and I think he will thrive. And they've been like iffy on that closer role there in Philly. He could come in and step in as the closer, I think. I really think he could. And then, honestly, I'm just going to go over all of the targets that I thought the Pirates should have traded for. The Mets got fucking Jesse Winker. God damn it. Another outfield bat gone. God damn it. Do anything. Poking him with a stick. Quit hoarding shitty prospects and trade fucking 5 of them if you have to get players that will help the major league roster right now. I don't give a fuck. Does Ben Cherington realize that the Rule 5 draft exists and that's why you can't hoard all these fucking guys? Where are they going to go? You need to get rid of them at some point. Please, fucking trade them. No sense at all. No fucking sense at all. And then the Pirates' first move, what do? They get rid of Quint Priester. He basically someone who should have been in the rotation consistently, and I'm sure the Red Sox are going to figure out a way to use him, whether that be more cutter heavy, more two-seamer heavy. His four-seamer sucks. His curveball is awesome, though. I don't know. I don't fucking know. We got Nick York in return, who is an interesting prospect. I'll give him that. He's 22 years old, just got moved up to AAA this year, and has been doing pretty well in AAA, not going to lie. So I am kind of excited to see where that goes. He was their number 6 ranked prospect. If they're aggressive with him, I think that works out. But he can't stay in the minors for fucking ever. And then, of course, since the Pirates didn't get Jazz, they also did not get Tommy Pham. Tommy Pham was in that weird 3-team trade between the Cardinals, Dodgers, and White Sox. The Dodgers definitely won that trade, getting Tommy Edman and Michael Kopech. Michael Kopech is going to throw gas in that bullpen for sure. No doubt about it. Another Pirates trade target was Andrew Chaffin. Went to the Texas Rangers. And the Pirates tweeted something about getting, we need reliable left-handers, so we'll get the left-hander that has a 4.7 ERA with like a 4.3 FIP. What the fuck are you doing? This is not how you make the bullpen better. At least they kept Chapman during the trade deadline. God damn it. They have been awful, and hopefully the trades they made today help a little bit more. But the 15 trades the Pirates have made involving MLB players under Ben Cherington. B-WAR by outgoing players since deals? 56.1. B-WAR for incoming players since those deals? 16.5. Only 4 times have incoming players produced more B-WAR than outgoing. How are you so fucking bad at acquiring talent? Today makes me a little bit more optimistic. They went out and traded for IKF, Isaiah Kiner Falefa, from the Blue Jays, who I had no idea is actually related to Ralph Kiner. What the fuck? I really think that I do think this is a good trade. This will help them because he can play center field. He's played like 42 career games there. But the big thing, Grandal can get the fuck out of the lineup because IKF can play catcher. Please put him in the lineup over fucking Yasmani Grandal. Please. Oh, please. And then this came up. This was the Pirates' best trade, and they didn't add anyone. They got rid of Martin Perez. They got rid of him out of the rotation. No more blowing up in the middle of it. Come over here 1 second. This motherfucker. I almost put you in the podcast last week throwing up. Oh, Jesus Christ. He thought it was a good idea to drink 12.5 Miller Lights in 3 hours right after work. So, yeah, that didn't work out well, did it?
No, trust me. My whole world was dark.
Right, baby, all the way. Hey, this motherfucker says he can outdrink me. That's a good one. It's a geyser. It was a geyser. It looked like Yellowstone.
But yeah, if the Pirates didn't make any moves at all, I would have wanted to throw up like that. Pirates get back an 18-year-old pitcher that the Padres seem to hoard like no other. So it really doesn't matter. I don't care about that at all. They got rid of Martin Perez. I'm happy. The Pirates ended up with Brian De La Cruz from Miami, and he had 74 RBI last season, which would have been second on the team behind Brian Reynolds. So I think that's a good addition. Looking back on it now, I'm not super pissed about not getting Jazz because really any of their realistic trade targets are average at best in the field. So there's really no surplus for defense there. If they just added an average bat like they did in IKF, who, if he can stay healthy, which would be great, we have yet to see it for a while now, and De La Cruz being able to do something. He can hit doubles all day. I don't care. If he doesn't hit a single home run but hits doubles all night long, I'll be ecstatic. So, Pirates trade Martin Perez, Jun-Suk Shim, Charles McAdoo, Quinn Priester, Garrett Forrester, Patrick Riley, Nicholas Carino, and Luis Peralta. They received Brian De La Cruz, Isaiah Kiner Falefa, Nick York, Ronaldus Hernandez, Billy Cook, Josh Walker, and Jalen Beeks. Jalen Beeks is that reliable lefty that I was talking about. And it's Ronaldus Jimenez, not Hernandez. And the guy who tweeted it said, same difference. And giving up Charles McAdoo, It hurts a little bit, but at least it was a 1-for-1 trade for IKF. That's about all you can ask for. You don't really want to give up more than that for a guy who's hurt often and doesn't really have a defensive home. All right, nothing for NBA. Dude, fucking All-American and varsity are kicking my ass in college football 25. I don't understand it. I can score 105 fucking points a game on freshmen. I can't score 20 points on varsity. It doesn't make any sense to me. There needs to be some closing of the gap there. How does that even work out? All right, let's just move on to the NFL. The Raiders have a Kermit Mahomes puppet.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Hey, Travis, you should dump that skinny bitch and get yourself a Miss Piggy. Hey, fat ass, stop eating cheeseburgers and teach our receivers how to catch the ball. Xavier Leggett is smarter than all my receivers, damn it, and that's saying something.
Let me ask you this, bro. You smarter than a fifth grader?
Man.
Hey, y'all be asking some crazy stuff. Hey, some light questions, all right? Yeah. How old are you, Xavier?
I'm 23.
You're 23 years old. You're number 17 and you're 23 years old. If you was born 10 years ago, how old would you be?
Man, shit. I cut the camera.
Hey, just give me your best answer, doggy.
No.
I got another one. One more.
Yeah.
How many months in a year got 28 days?
Only one.
Which month is that?
February.
And you 100% sure?
Yeah.
And you going with that?
I'm going with February.
All right, you my boy, so I'm going to give you one more chance. How many months in a year got 28 days?
February.
Just February?
Yeah.
No other month?
No.
No other month got 28 days.
Nah, I'm sticking with February.
You sticking with February. That's why you my dog. But you wrong, though.
That guy asking him all the are you smarter than a fifth grader questions was great. Yeah, we need more weather updates from Xavier Leggett.
What's going on, Pastor Nation, man? This is Xavier Leggett here, man. I'm just here with a weather report. It's a little bit cloudy out here, a little bit of rain. It's been raining all morning, but we're really excited to practice in the weather here, man. Good weather, it ain't too hot. Let's do it. Keep fine.
Xavier Leggett's just the gift that keeps on giving. I really wish the Patriots would have been able to trade back up into the first round for him. Okay. First in line, Tua. Tua getting paid $53.1 million per year is why these record-setting contracts are bad. The next man in line to get paid does not need to break a record every single fucking time. Remember just 2 years ago when people were afraid he would never play again because of concussions? One bad hit and boom, it's over for him. Like, over. Like, he might die. Not just he has to retire. He might die. Dolphins are hamstringing themselves with a cap. And I wrote all that down before Jordan Love became the highest paid quarterback in NFL history. Ridiculous. 27 career games, 18 career starts. Complete bullshit. Tied for the highest paid quarterback ever at $55 million a year. It's just baffling. I really have nothing to say about that. This whole theory of, oh, well, it worked out for Rodgers coming up on the bench behind Favre. It's going to work out for Love coming off the bench behind Rodgers. Bullshit. 32 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. I don't care about his yardage. He only had 4,100 yards. It's not like he threw for 5,000. How? You have Romeo Doubs as his best receiver? Christian Watson, maybe? They're not going to be able to repeat what they did last year. And they didn't even do that much last year. 32 fucking touchdowns, 11 interceptions worth $55 million a year. My ass. Oh, I thought the Daniel Jones contract and the fucking Deshaun Watson contracts were bad. What? Makes no sense. No fucking sense. All right, let's move on to the Patriots. The reports from training camp have been pretty decent so far. I mean, you really can't ask for much better than, oh, the quarterback didn't get killed by their defensive line today. The only real negative thing, and it needs to fucking stop, is Judon trying to control his narrative of, oh, I don't want to be perceived as the villain. I don't want to, I don't want the fans to hate me. Hey, quit acting out at fucking training camp and show up. What are you doing? Dude, you are over 30 years old. You are a primary rushing edge linebacker who is recovering from a major injury last year and a torn biceps. Or torn pec, torn biceps. Doesn't matter. He really just needs to shut the fuck up. Does he have CTE? Like, all of this stuff that I'm seeing about him, like, what? Hours after verbal spat with Gerard Mayo, Matthew Judon credits Bill Belichick for joining New England Patriots. If you don't want to be here, shut the fuck up and request a trade. Just get out of here. We do not need this bullshit. And not when we're in the middle of a rebuild like this. Don't need this fucking drama from a player that is honestly replaceable. All right, but yeah, like I said, decent reports out of training camp. Javon Baker looks like he's killing it. Jalen Polk has been a threat in the red zone so far. Brissett, obviously going to be the starter. Offense has been kind of struggling a little bit. Obviously, the offensive line, too. There's not really much there that is surprising to me. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. First NFL action on Thursday night. Caleb Williams will not be playing in the Hall of Fame game, though. I wish he was. All right, let's go over these opening ceremonies. These opening ceremonies definitely got people hot in more ways than one. Why would you make a whole 4-minute reference to Menage a Trois, aka a threesome, in the opening ceremonies? And okay, it was fine. That chick was gonna fuck that dude, obviously. But then what the fuck showed up as the third person? What the hell was that?
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
Honestly, I was surprised that people were shocked at all of the gay stuff. This is French art. When has it not been gay? And the whole Last Supper pose on the bridge by the drag queens and Fat Lady Jesus. Who cares? No one can pose in a line anymore. Are all pictures that have people in a line just a recreation of the Last Supper? There isn't a copyright on standing in a line facing the camera. Who the fuck cares? No one gives a shit. And why were there so many Americans carrying the torch? Snoop? His only relationship to France is being friends with French Montana. That pin was incredible, though, I can't lie. Carl Lewis and Serena on the boat with Rafael Nadal there. I guess the connection was their dominance in French competitions. What cucks. Jesus Christ. I guess with all the other stuff, they're into that, though. I guarantee you there will be no Frenchies in the 2028 opening ceremonies in LA. No chance. But yeah, these are awesome venues with great backdrops. I think volleyball has the best view. It is unfortunate that the water will kill you if you swim in it, but at least it's not green like in Brazil's indoor pools in 2016. But yeah, so far swimming has been great. The women in gymnastics just took home team gold. The rest of the opening ceremony, though, I thought was pretty cool. That Marie Antoinette holding her chopped off head while Gojira was playing metal in the background with the ship coming through, and a blast of confetti, red confetti that was supposed to be like blood. That was pretty badass. There's no denying that. And hey, could that horse on the river lasted any longer? It was awesome for 1 minute, but it was literally 10 minutes long, galloping slowly through the contaminated water. Oh, and of course, Jazz Chisholm hits a home run for the third time in the last 2 games, of course. More from Charrington. We believe we found deals that made sense for us. Time will tell. That's the fun part of it. Now we all get to see what happens, see how it all plays out, and we'll look back and either feel good or we'll criticize ourselves. That's the nature of the game. My guess is going to be that you're going to be kicking yourselves in the ass that you didn't do more. Fucking idiots. I don't think there was a single player traded that we didn't at least talk about or talk to those teams about. That's our job, right? Yeah, that is your job. If you didn't inquire about it, you should be fired. Holy shit, DJ Moore and the Bears reached an agreement on a 4-year, $110 million extension that includes $82.6 million guaranteed. Holy shit, Moore now has had the first 10 years of his career years guaranteed. A first in NFL history for a wide receiver. The Bears know what they're doing up there, I'm telling you. To be honest with you, the Pirates did get better at the trade deadline, so I am happy about that. How much better they got? I don't know. Their biggest trade was getting rid of Martin Perez. And if IKF can stay healthy, that's a huge trade. That would be nice, but who knows? But yeah, I think that's it. Nothing really going on Twitter. Make sure to leave a like and comment on each video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hoagies and Pierogis is available on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram for clips throughout the week, and we'll leave you with this. Munch.